Hi, my name is Jerry Brown from Musicmakers, and I'm going to show you a little bit about putting sharpening levers on a harp. This is our Voyager harp, and I'm going to put levers right along in here on the neck so that we can change keys. Now, one of the first things I do before I start this process is to pad my work table. So I'll take a piece of soft fabric like this, or maybe a couple of towels or a carpet scrap. There, now I have an operating table where I can put the harp. Now I lay the harp so that the neck is hanging over the edge of the table. That gives me access to the tuning pins, so I can tune the harp while it's on its side here and double check the tuning as I go. Now the directions say to tune the harp before you even begin, but because there's one step here that might affect the tuning, I'm going to start with step 3, where we set the string height above the wood here to be 7/16. Now I've made a little piece of wood here that's 7/16 thick, and I've marked it so we don't throw it away thinking it's just a scrap. And I have a electric hand drill with a number 1 size Phillips screwdriver bit, which fits these guide pins perfectly. And so then I will check to see if I have enough clearance to slide this strip underneath the string without it having to lift the string. And I can adjust the height of the strings by raising or lowering these pins. So I move my way along the harp this way, just checking to make sure I can fit that strip underneath each string. The levers are going to go in about this position down here, so I'm not checking here. I'm checking here where the levers are going to be installed. Levers pretty much follow the curve of the harp until you get way up at the top, and then they crowd the pins. When I get up toward the top of the instrument, I've made myself a smaller little block of wood that's 7/16 high, and I put it on a little handle like this so that I can fit it under one string at a time and just double check to see if I have the right string height. Now here you'll see that I check the string height a little bit closer to the bridge pin, the guide pin, because that's where the lever is going to go up in this high range. So we just check them, make sure the block of wood will fit underneath, and if I find one that needs a little adjustment, I'll raise it up. Or sometimes if you've put the pins in a little bit higher, you'll be pushing them down until they contact the 7/16 block, so that you get just the right height. This is very important, otherwise when you lift the lever, it may lift the string too much and stretch it, or it may not lift it enough, and then you get kind of a buzzing sound. So it's very helpful to have the string height set ahead of time. Now we're going to go ahead and tune the harp, and we always use these electronic tuners to get perfect accuracy. I don't know any better way to tune your harp or to install sharpening levers accurately than to use one of these tuners. They're so easy. The little red button turns them on, turns them off. you don't have to worry about the calibrate or the sound buttons. We just use the red button on and off. And it's reading different things right now just because it's hearing my voice. But it has a little microphone here. It hears the telephone, tells you what pitch that is. And so it's hearing everything in the room. And what I want to do is pluck a string and let it tell me what note it's hearing. This is the first red string, which should be C, and indeed it's telling me that it's hearing a C. Okay, now I take my tuning key underneath the neck here, and what I want to do is move this needle up toward the middle by raising the pitch. There. Now the C is in concert pitch. The next string will be a D. It says D, but the needle is low, so I bring it up to 0. Just go on up the instrument like that, tuning every string.